All right. So today's monthly office hour is going to be on your district access as a portfolio lead in the platform. And as part of our Best for All strategies, this one really supports our educators. So today in our meeting, I want to show you screenshots and answer your questions about your access as a portfolio lead to our platform. Some of you are familiar with the platform, but we do know we have many new portfolio leads, so this will be your first visit to the platform. So I want to take time to introduce you to Portfolium and talk to you about all of the resources that you have as a district administrator. After we take some time to visit the platform, we will talk about your next steps as the portfolio lead and then how we can support you. So let's start with the platform. All of the districts and charters named a portfolio lead, and those of you on this call today were all named as your district team portfolio lead. You will all receive access to the platform Portfolium starting tomorrow. Once I get you all rostered, and that will happen first thing tomorrow, we wanted to wait until you got the directions today before you started receiving your emails, but you will receive an activation email. It will instruct you on how to set up your username and password. Once you activate through that email will come from Instructure. Once you complete that process, then you can go to the Portfolium site, and that's where you will log in, and you will begin by selecting your role as a district administrator and the school year. Ensure that you are in the correct school year, 22-23. If this is your first time to be a portfolio lead with access to Portfolium platform, then you will only have 22-23. But if you were ever a portfolio lead with access to the platform prior to this year, you may see other years in that drop down. Also, it's important to note that if you were the portfolio lead or if you had district administrator access last year in the platform, you may not receive an email tomorrow to activate your account because you already had an account. So I want to show you a screenshot of what you will see, whether once you get this activation email or if you activated last year. Once you set your username and password and you go to this edu.portfolium.com and you click on that link, then you will see this page. If your page does not look like this, then you want to make sure that you went to the correct site, the edu.portfolium.com. Canvas owns lots of portfolio sites, but the Tennessee team one will look like this. So you will enter your email and your password and then click continue. Once you have entered your email and password, you will see this page. This is what you'll see 22-23 if you're brand new to the platform. Like I said, if you were a portfolio lead last year, you're going to want to click this drop down because you will have 21-22 still in there. So you could go back and see last year's information if you needed to. If this is your first time and you had to set up through activation email, you will see 22-23. Then you will click select role, and you will all have district administrator role to click. In the past, we have also put the role teacher in here for all of our district administrators. And that is simply for you to go in as a teacher just to see what they see. But you will not do anything in that teacher role other than play around with it. We will remove everyone's teacher access before portfolio submission time. So you'll pick your role, make sure you have district administrator to select here, and then continue. Once you log in here, then you will see this page. You want to, again, make sure you see Team Portfolio at the top. You will see the user directory and a reporting tab. These are the two resources that you have as a district administrator. Currently, we have not rostered teachers. So no one will see teachers here yet. We're going to roster teachers next month. So it's very important that you attend next month's office hours for directions on how to roster your teachers. But once your teachers are rostered, you will see their names, their email, your district, their school, and their license number. Here you will see, this is a screenshot from last year, a group of teachers. You will see they are all green and they all activated. If your teachers, at a quick glance, you can see who has logged in and activated. That simply means they have gotten that email the same email you get to activate an account. It doesn't mean that they've logged in and started their portfolio, but it does mean they've activated. If this is not green, it means they have not set up a username and password. Also, you will see here, you have a tab called District Administrators. All of the district and charter portfolio leads, you will see your name there. You will all be given access. In the past, we have had portfolio leads ask us to also give access to someone who works with them, who will be assisting them with supporting teachers doing portfolios. So if you, as the portfolio lead, email portfolio.questions and let us know if there is someone else in the district that you would like for us to give access as a district administrator, we will do that. And when we do that, you will be able to click here on district administrators and see their names. I do want to caution you not to add a teacher as a district administrator. As a district administrator, you will have access to reports that give all of the information for your teachers. And teachers looking at other teachers' scores might not be the best thing for your district. So I do want to caution you on that. But whoever you send to us to roster as a district administrator, we will do that. The next resource you have is a reporting tab. When you click on that reporting tab, this page, this is the bottom of the page. One thing that's really important at the beginning is your teacher directory. As I showed in the previous slide, you have a user directory that looks like just a list of your teachers. But in the reporting tab, this will be an Excel file. And this Excel file will give you lots of information about your teachers. At the beginning when we roster, and hopefully that will go very smoothly this year because of office hours before we roster. But there have been many instances where teachers are rostered and then portfolio leads need to remove people. So anybody you roster will be in this report, and then you can see whether they have been removed or if they're still in, if they've activated. And then at the end of portfolio season, this is the report you will look at to see their final scores. This district administrator report is very similar in that it's a list of the emails and the names of people who do have access to your district's reporting. We will talk more about teachers' portfolio reports in the spring in a different office hour. So your next step, beginning tomorrow, you should receive an activation email from Instructure, and that's how you get into Portfolium. Like I said, if you were a portfolio lead last year and you don't receive an email, then go ahead and go to the Portfolium site and make sure that you have access to 2223 and that you can see the user directory and the reports. Again, your user directory will be empty now because we have not rostered any teachers. If you have any problems seeing your account tomorrow, notify us at Portfolio Questions, and we will troubleshoot and make sure that we have the correct emails for everyone. When we got your information from your district team configurators, when they completed the evaluation flexibility form that named you the portfolio lead, we make sure we have your name spelled correctly. If there is someone else other than you that you want to have access to the platform with the district administrator rights, if you will let us know by emailing portfolio questions by September 1st. We want them to have access before we start rostering teachers, but let us know and we will roster them as well. And finally, next month, we will meet again. And our next month's meeting will be rostering teachers. I will send you all an email with guidance prior to the office hour. And then at the office hour on September 15th, I will walk you through rostering your teachers, and we will begin that process. So I will come out of the PowerPoint now. And Amy, I will turn it over to you to ask any questions around the Portfolium access from the chat.
Okay, we only have one right now.
Okay.
We didn't use the Portfolium. It keeps moving, sorry. We didn't use Portfolium last year, but we did use it the prior year. Will my account still be active?
That's really hard to say. If whoever asked that question, if they still have their username and password, I'm going to roster everyone tomorrow. So every district charter portfolio lead gets rostered tomorrow. If that person does not get an activation email and they were a portfolio lead with access in prior years, my advice would be to go to that Portfolium link, use their username and password, and see if they can get in. If they can't and they did, and don't worry, you may not get the activation email until after lunch tomorrow. They will all go in at 8 o'clock in the morning, but it will take a minute for it to process and get everybody's email. So I would say by the end of the day tomorrow, if you had prior access and you didn't get an email and your prior username doesn't work, email portfolio questions. And I can look into it. I can tell. I will have a directory of everybody that got uploaded tomorrow.
That's the only one question we have right now about the platform.
Okay. I'll give everyone just a few more minutes. I feel like I went through that fairly quickly. Would anybody like for me to show anything else in the platform or any more questions? Was that a question? I'm going to put my cell phone on mute, Amy. Can y'all hear that keeps going off?
Okay.
Okay. While you look for the I see questions are popping in, but they're making my phone go off. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this one is kind of about the platform. I am a teacher and named as the portfolio lead for my district. Will I have access as a teacher, or is this going to be a problem?
It is not a problem if your superintendent, your district leads named you, you're a teacher, and they named you as the portfolio lead. That's fine. You people can have dual roles. And as I said earlier, we give portfolio leads teacher access so they can play around with it. If you actually are a teacher who's going to submit, as long as you are aware and understand the confidentiality that as a teacher, you will be able to see all of the other portfolio teachers' information. But we don't have a problem with it because the director of schools all of the director of schools have signed off on who's the portfolio lead.
The rest of them are just other questions.
Okay.
We have several.
No more questions about the platform?
No, I don't see any.
Platform access?
Our pre-K teachers have portfolios, but kindergarten teachers do not. Will only pre-K teachers need to be rostered?
Yes, and like I said, we'll talk about rostering next month. This is only portfolio teacher rosters. So if someone's not doing a portfolio, they don't need access to the platform. Okay. Any more questions about district administrator access? Let's see. Okay, well, I'm going to stop the recording. If there are no more questions, let's see. Amy, I'm just going to scroll through here and
They're not, I
see.
don't see anymore, but
Okay.